Mr. Eastwood.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just at the outset, over the last number of weeks, there's been a phrase that's been used. I think it needs to be put to one side. Gay blood. I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure there's no category called gay blood. Well, it's a phrase that's been used in the media in the last number of weeks. And what this debate does, what this issue does, what this failure on behalf of the Minister has done, has added to a long list of things that says to the community out there, to people from an LGBT background, that this Assembly is out of touch with you, that this Assembly has no empathy for you, and that this Assembly has no real interest in your issues. And I think that's a very sad indictment of this place, whether it's around equal marriage, whether it's in particular around the fact that up until very recently, gay couples would not have been allowed to adopt in this part of the world. How many kids out there have we come across? How many children out there who are living in very difficult conditions would love to have been adopted by any couple that met all the rigorous tests in terms of their suitability? Does anyone really think that those kids should have been left in homes or in care instead of being taken and adopted by loving parents, even if those parents had been two men or two women or whatever? I just don't understand the logic around that. And it just feeds into this theme, not only coming from this Minister, but coming from this House on a number of different debates, that right-wing religious fervour takes precedence over the needs of our community. And it strikes me that there's a crusade around some of this stuff. But it doesn't really matter if you're a straight person, how promiscuous you want to be. You can sleep with 100 people, but it's all right if your blood. It's all right for us to take your blood. But if you're a gay person and you're in a loving relationship for 20 years with one other partner, then we don't want your blood. Never mind, it's not rubbish. Never mind the fact that all of us, I'm sure, have posed in photographs giving blood to try and encourage people out there to do the same, because we know, Mr. Speaker, that if you've been knocked down in a car crash and you're very seriously injured, you don't particularly care whether the blood that came from that person that has saved your life is a straight person living in Derry or a gay man living in Manchester, because you would get that blood very possibly as well. It is not a good message for this Assembly to send out, but it is important, and I think today is going to be a bit of a change in that, because I think this motion is going to pass, and I think that's a good thing, because it's about time that this place started sending out the message to gay people, especially young gay people. And there's a very high rate of suicide, particularly around gay young men. It's very important that we start sending out the message that we care about you, that you're part of our society, and that we're not going to discriminate against you just because of your sexuality. My colleague, Mr McKinney, and other people have illustrated very, very well around the issue of risk and around the issue of science. Let me just read from the Advisory Committee on Safety of Blood, Tissues and Organs around the risk element. Lifetime exclusion, the risk of transmission. Lifetime exclusion, the risk of one infection in every 4.41 million. 5-year time limit, risk of one infection in every 4.39 million. And the 1 year time limit, risk of one infection in every 4.38 million donations. Where is the significant risk difference between a 1-year ban and a lifetime ban? There is virtually none. The screening has improved so much, Mr. Speaker, that we can ensure that the risk has been all but eliminated. And it is irrational. I didn't need a judge, by the way, Mr. Speaker, to tell me that this was irrational. I've known for a long time that it was irrational. The community out there knows it's irrational. And it is, and the point's already been made. What is also irrational is the very fact that the DUP,
Members' time's almost gone.
DUP are very prepared to break parity on this issue and other issues like this, but not on other issues. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
John McAllister.